Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is something that I've been dying to do for the longest time, and it is finally decluttering my makeup collection. So on this table here I have everything sprawled out. It looks overwhelming now, but I hope by the end of this video I'll have a cleaner, more aesthetic looking makeup collection. And I do have storage containers bought so that my makeup will look more organized. And plus, you know, sometimes you just gotta get rid of things that just don't work for you. You just have to let go, and hopefully I will be able to do that. So without further ado, this is gonna be a long process, so let's get started. Let's get started with some of my face products. So I'm kind of gonna divide it by category. And first will be like foundation and BB creams and pressed powders. So first thing we have here is the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh 8-in-1 Beauty Balm Skin Protector, and I got this in the shade 120 Medium Sheer Tint, and it was kind of like a pretty good match on me, but because it oxidized so badly I ended up looking orange, so I'm going to get rid of this. Next up we have this Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation, and it's pretty much empty. I just have a few more uses in here. This is a great foundation if you want full coverage, and I'll definitely be doing a video on this later, so I'm going to keep. Let's kind of get to the foundations that I'll be keeping. It'll be the NYX one right here, the Bare Minerals, and the Anastasia Stick Foundation. I have done videos on all three of these, so please check them out so you know kind of the reason why I've been loving them. Right, next we have some more pressed powders. This Maybelline Dream Wonder powder. I really like it, but ever since I got the Bare Minerals one right here, I've just been reaching for this less, so I think I'll get rid of this. Next up we have this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. It's a translucent setting powder, and it's supposed to diminish the look of pores, and I've been really loving this. This is a new purchase of mine, and I've been using this if I just want to wear concealer and call it a day, and I use this to set my concealer. So this is definitely a keep. Next up we have our kind of more like concealers. And I think the only one I'll really be getting rid of is this Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics. I have a sample, this is a sample size, and I still do have a couple more uses, but I felt like this was just too illuminating, and it was just too brightening, and it just made me look kind of like paled out or like really ghostly, so this is definitely a declutter. And then the rest of these concealers I'll be keeping, and it's the ones I reach to on a regular basis. It's the Too Faced Born This Way not primer, concealer, the NARS Radiant Creamy, and then the NARS Soft Matte. And I've been kind of alternating between these three. The last concealer that I have here is the NYX HD Studio. And I haven't really reached for this yet, but this is a new product that I have purchased. So I really want to give myself a chance to play around with this more, so I'm going to keep it. Alright, let's move on to primers next. So these are like the only 4 that I own, and I've been only reaching for like 2 of them. So the ones I like are this NYX Photo Loving Primer. And this is more silicone based, so if I want to diminish the look of my pores, or if I want my makeup if I'm wearing a silicone based foundation, I reach for this, so this is a keep. And then the other one I reach for, and this is a newer purchase, and I love this, I really love this one, is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer. And it's also a moisturizer, so when I kind of want to speed up my morning routine, I skip the moisturizer and I go straight to this. And I love the smell of this as well, so this is definitely a keep. And these other two, I guess I'm just grown out of it. It's the NYX Tea Tree Balance Skin Elixir Primer. I felt that this was really nothing special, so I always been reaching for other primers. And this other one here is the NYX Color Correcting Liquid, and I find that while this is great for canceling out redness, it was a little bit too watery for my liking, so I just stopped reaching for this. So it's just time to just let it go. And here, I briefly talked about this in the Get Ready With Me. It's an Ipsy product, and it's a dark spot corrector. And I've been really impressed with this, so I've been using this underneath my concealer under my eyes. So this is definitely a keep. All right, let's move on to more face products. These are more like highlighters and contour and blush products. So you already know I'm gonna keep this Kat Von D Shade and Light palette here. And I'll just show you my panning progress. So as you can see, this middle one I use the most, and now this one has been panned. I think this one will be panned pretty soon. So definitely a keep. And of course, my new purchase, the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I love this one, and I've been pretty much using this almost daily. So definitely a keep. All right, more face products. So these are kind of more blushes and more of like the single compact highlighters. Let's move on to this one. This is the NYX Liquid Illuminator, and this, I really like this when I got it in my Ipsy bag, but I found that I like more powdery highlights, because this one you have to kind of mix with like your foundation or like pat it on your skin with your fingers. So I felt that it was just kind of not my taste. So this is definitely a declutter. Next up we have is this highlighting stick by Trestique, and it's in Maldives Luminescent. Again, this is another Ipsy bag item, and while I did use it a lot in the beginning, I just found that I'm not a huge fan of stick highlighters as I went on, so this is a declutter. Let's see, more highlighters. So you're gonna see that these are a lot of Ipsy bag items I've just been holding on to, so sorry about that. But here is a Model Co highlighting blush and bronzer trio. This was just, the bronzer here was just not working out for me very well, and then this blush was just a little bit too sheer and too, like, I guess like all three of these are pretty oily looking on my skin, so I stopped using it. I don't know why I'm holding on to it, but it's gonna go. Next up we have is this Ivy Beauty Single Compact Highlighter, and it's in the shade Bubbly, and I love this. I'm going to keep this because I love powder highlights more than more stick and creamy ones. And this is like a great, well, I love my Nicole Glow Kit. If I'm gonna travel anywhere, this will probably be the highlight I take with me because it's so small and compact. So those are kind of all my highlighters. I do have a contour stick here. Let's see, this is Model Co contour stick, and I guess the shade's not on here, but I use this in a Get Ready With Me, and I don't know if you can tell, but this looked too orange on my skin, so I'll definitely be decluttering this. I guess all we have now are blushes. Oh, I guess this thing here is an eyeshadow primer. I love using this. It's the only eyeshadow primer that I own, so I'm going to keep this. Okay, now we only have blushes left. So let's start with this Mana Kadar one, and it's in Paradise. This was a little bit too, I think, harsh. Like the color was just too pigmented and it was really hard to blend out. So I just haven't reached for it since then. So this is a declutter, and this is an Ofra Peach Blush, and this is my kind of my new favorite blush, and it's really great if you want a blush that's not too obviously a blush. Like if there's a hint there and it's like a little bit of like shimmer in it. So I've been loving this so far, so this is a keep. Next up we have here is this e.l.f. blush, and it's in the shade Shy. I have been using this for a while, but now that I have like a couple of favorite blushes that I own, I just stopped reaching for this. So I think I'm just gonna have to let this go. There's no reason for me to hold on to this anymore. Next up we have here is the Mellow Cosmetics blush in bronze. As you can tell, I use this all the time. And I just love it because it's not like your typical like peachy pink blush shade. It's more of like a brown undertone. And I just love this when I want like a more subtle look. And I think I'm really close to panning it. So definitely going to keep this one. And another favorite blush of mine is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This made it in my favorites, and I just reach for this when I want a more cheerful look. Yeah, these are the 3 blushes that I pretty much use on a day-to-day basis. So you can probably guess what I'm going to do with this guy here. This is the City Color Cosmetics Be Matte Blush. And I don't know, these colors just don't really speak to me. And like I said, I already kind of found my go-to blushes, so I just stopped reaching for this. So this is gonna have to go. That was part 1 of my declutter series. Please let me know in the comment section if you are also going through a declutter series. And let me know like your philosophy behind why you're getting rid of things. For me, it was more of like, I'm not using it, I haven't touched it in a while, I'm gonna get rid of it. Also things that just don't really bring me joy, and that's kind of like the philosophy of Marie Kondo, the author of The Magic Art of Tidying Up, which I recommend you guys read. So those are kind of like my thought process behind my declutter, so I'm kind of curious as to what yours are. Please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload videos every Wednesday, so thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!